Hello, I'm back once again, and today is Friday, which means it is time to do Stormworks. Because, yes, that's what I'm usually doing on Friday, and we're going to continue on with a refit of a ocean liner I made a while ago with first a steam engine, which didn't really work all that well. So I decided to keep within the theme of the last couple of streams and refit it with a modular engine. Kind of as a way to show you guys this is how you can do a modular engine. Is it just as a way to kind of figure out is it difficult to refit? Is it possible even? You know, it's always possible. You're doing Stormworks, everything is possible. Even having a boat that just flies or does an alligator death roll because physics. But apart from that, modular engine is not difficult to make, and I am willing to show to people that want to know how to make them. Because I feel like a lot of people, including myself in the beginning, were struggling with it. Like in the beginning I was struggling with making one modular engine work. Sometimes I still struggle with it, but it's often just figuring out what am I missing and what is going wrong. Because a modular engine is just, you build your engine, you basically connect all the banks of cylinders. If you have more than two, they need to be connected with manifolds. You add your coolant, exhaust, air and fuel, and your input cannot be more than one, and your fuel has to be halved. And that's how that works, basically. But let's continue on with this massive machine, which has manual pumps in every room to oh no. Oh boy. Well, I have good and bad news. The good news is you're gonna see me refit this with a modular engine. The bad news is I did that last week. And apparently I didn't save it. Oh no. Well, yeah. Yep. That is entirely my own fault right there. That is entirely my own fault. I have nobody else to blame for this but myself. So yeah. Shit. Well, at least I can get rid of everything here, including this, which frees up this room, I guess. I get to do everything all over again because I forgot to save. Yay! Awesome. Totally not gonna be suffering. Yes. Bunch of pipes that need to be removed first. That's power output. Alright, modular engine. What I could do right now is rewatch my VOD to figure out what type of engine I used. But last time I used a 3x3. I'm wondering if a 5x5 would be useful. With 5x5 pistons as well. Just this massive engine. Wait a second. I assume I'm gonna have to actually lift this up by 1. That means that does mean it's gonna be a flat 10. But it's gonna be a torquey one. Wait, they're 1 off the ground. You know, this kind of sticks above by 2 blocks. And I cannot put it in the bottom. So I guess we're gonna have to deal with this. Although I am gonna be shifting it all down 1 block just to make it make more sense. And then we're gonna need a wait a second. Let's see. Do we have a 3x1? Where do we have the clutches? There, modular clutch 5x5 with the 5x5 belt added to it. This thing is going to require starters to start. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go... No, that's a T-piece. We're going to go down, then we're going to go up, then we're going to go around. This is only temporary piping because it is going to change. There we go. Power is connected. Now we're going to... First, what we're going to do is connect these 2 up. Because that is... Otherwise, it's just not going to function properly. Now, if I put... Because now I can put fuel in one bank, air in the other, and they'll both work. Because it's manifold here. What I can also do now is grab a T-piece. And... What I'm gonna do is put the exhaust on here. Where's the stack? Where's the stack? There. Yeah, basically I'm gonna need like 2 pipes. So I can remove 4 of them. There we go. And no, wait a second. What I can also do is I could put basically everything in here except coolant. If I were to put this into another T-piece as well, but these are going to be aimed towards the front. We're going to need... Turns out we're going to need fuel. And we're also going to need air to this. Air. Now it's also nice with the fact that this is open. We're going to require, before we line this up, we're going to need cooling. That uses coolant manifolds. Now if you connect them here, this will work. It will kind of flow through into the other one and then back. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Purely because I want a little bit more. And then we're going to go for a pump. This is in, this is in. which is kind of annoying. We're going to remove this one. So this is the fluid out. The fluid that comes out of the pump that is driven by the belt gets pumped through. We're actually going to add a fluid tank small, just to give it even more coolant. And of course, that means we're going to have to do fresh water, because otherwise it's going to become a problem. You don't want to use fuel as coolant. It will probably not end well. Now we do need to cool this engine off somehow. So I'm going to put this 5x5 electric radiator. Yes, it's electric, I know. I'm kind of going to fit it 5x5. Is it correct? Yes, yes it is. So what's going to happen now is this one is going to go out of here. I think another one out of here, down. Yes, I'm keeping this space free on purpose because I might need to use a little thing. I might need to use some starters and other accessories. There we go. Now if the engine spins, this spins up, which pumps fluid through here, and through down here, through the radiator, which is at the bottom of the boat. I can actually paint this. Yes, yes I can. Symmetry mode, please. And I'm actually going to connect these up as well. Purely because I want to. Boom, 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 and boom. Now that that's done, we can add modular. So we have added a pump to this. We have added our exhaust, our coolant, our fuel. They still need to be connected, but that's pretty much dependent on the creation. Now we're going to put like a couple of alternators on there to generate some electricity. And then we're going to get the engine starters. I feel I'm going to need like 2, 4, 6 starters probably to start this engine. And then it's time to start connecting everything up so that it makes sense. First we're going to fill in this little bit of floor here. No, we're not. Not yet. It's going to pull all the way down. Then we're going to delete it all the way to up here. Grab an enclosed pipe. Position it. And then fill it in. In the meantime, this can be removed. There we go. More space. And because I kind of want to do air through here as well. Air goes through the center and then probably going to go straight at the stack. Orientation is difficult here. There we go. That is the air intake. And there we go. That's put through. So that's the exhaust done now. Now if we want to be fancy and have less exhaust smoke, I'll put like 2 catalytic converters on each end. So like right here, just with this exhaust in. Boom, boom. Catalytic converters go up, push everything through. Then we have this air manifold, which I'm gonna first aim up by 1. If things want to orient correctly. No, I want to aim it then up to get in between the exhaust lines. Rotate it to the correct place and then air everything together. But if I'm smart, I do this, put a liquid relief valve down here with a port end. This way, all the fluid that flows in from the top. Wait, hold on, I realize I need to do something. I need to add here a gas relief valve. Right, so what's happening now is fluid drops in, goes into this liquid relief valve, which then drops into this compartment. You know, very good, very smart. We're gonna check if it floats. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be annoyed. It does not float at all. Oof. Luckily, luckily the entire ship doesn't fail completely. I mean, look at this. This sea level. Yeah, the doors aren't shutting. Why is this compartment filled? Oh wait, that's because it's connected to this compartment, which is not sealed. Apparently this sensor doesn't work properly. Where's the set? Yeah, it's not shut, so it doesn't read the amount of liters that's in there. Oh yeah, I guess I must move them a little bit backwards then. These are the batteries. Yeah. Yeah. I have a solution. This pipes. Hopefully the solution works. That solution actually works.
Drinking stream?
Hello. No.
Hello.
See, it's completely bone dry. Jim, I did a very stupid today.
What did you do?
I launched the stream.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay.
No, I selected the creation that I wanted to use, went to the engine room to kind of show what I had been doing last stream.
Yeah.
And got faced with what I had when I started last stream. Turns out, over those 2 hours, I did not save it, and then continued to overwrite the creation, like the autosave. Wait, the autosave, the backup. It doesn't go far enough. Damn it. Oh, it doesn't go far enough. No, otherwise I would have had I would have had the backups. But I don't.
Well, you know.
So I just happens. I just lost 2 hours of Stormworks, you know? Like an entire stream.
That's fine. I lost my freedom. It's fine.
Oh yeah, did you negotiate a contract?
Yes, I did. Well, I'm gonna sign it. So next week I've got off, and then the Monday after that I'm gonna officially sign it.
So then you officially kind of
And
lose
yeah,
the freedom you used to have as a kid.
the reason I'm not doing it, like I didn't do it today, is because like the person who like knows all the information already went home,
Ah,
so we weren't able to get all the details yet.
hmm. Seems fair.
You know, um. Also, I ended up buying Sekiro for PlayStation anyway, because I remembered that I had a gift card that I had gotten for my birthday, so, you know, that helps. And also, I remembered that I never actually paid full price for Sekiro, I got it on a sale
Hmm.
for like 20. So it's like, you know what? I can live with that.
Is it a meter?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Right now this will be filled with diesel fuel. So what we are going to do is go from here. Then I think another one. Then we're gonna go down. Then we're gonna go in here. Grab these two. Grab pipe. Enclosed. Grab port. Normal fluid port. There we go. I kind of made a face now. Wait, where did I put my drinking tally? Yeah, right here. I guess this piece of paper can go. I also did not take any of the notebooks I used at the company. I could have done what I could have done is put them in my bag and take them with me. But I have like 5 notepads in my room already. I don't need more. Right, so we have our exhaust. Cool, now I do have my own engine controller. That does require some fine tuning after you've placed it, but yeah. Oh yeah, I can still hold on. I have this logic room right here. But because this greater than is connected to nothing, and this delay is connected to nothing as well, apart from this blinker. Like this blinker can wait, what is blinker connected to? Control signal, constant on signal. Yeah, so this one can go, this one can go. That means that steam engine control, steam piston control, constant number coming from the engine clutches. Yep, but this one can go as well. This is watertight doors, this is delay, and then this one can also go. And this one is connected to something else's constant number here, which I guess we're going to be moving. We're going to be grabbing this constant number, pulling it sideways, pushing it in, and we are rearranging some logic here. What is... Oh well, we're gonna just grab this one. Yeah, for me it was quite nice today because I did not have my internship anymore. I don't have to go there. I got sent home yesterday because there wasn't any more work to do. After hearing that I've basically graduated Wednesday, they were like, I was asking yesterday, like, is there any more work I can do? Because, you know, otherwise I get bored and what else am I supposed to do? They didn't really say any this, like, well, not really. So what they did is they asked, like, I changed the design that I had a little bit, the project that I've been working on with the bottom of a float. It was completely flat. Just think of like a Pringles can in water, like vertical. And I changed the bottom to a more rounded shape, which luckily had a standard. I love standards. They make your life easier by saying, oh yeah, this has to be done this way. There's a throttle fuel. This is the throttle air, that's gonna go here. This is the on signal that goes to your starters. This is the throttle. This is the RPS from your engine, which is recommended to put like somewhere on the crankshaft. If you have a flywheel, put it on there. And all you have to do is the throttle in and a button. Well, this was a throttle lever to begin with because this was using that. So this is going to be your throttle. And then the button to start it. If you have lights, microphone, nothing, exterior switch, exterior lights. Do I put I guess I can put an instrument panel here as well. Which house, yeah, I don't really need the battery, so all I need is like 3 dials, 1 button. 3 dials, 1 button. So this is gonna go to the logic here for the button. Alright, so we have the button now. That's channel 4. So this one will be a button, will be a push button, and will be channel 4. Then here is gonna be the temperature. Dial gonna 0 to 100, channel 1. No, it does need to be a composite then. So channel 1 needs to be a composite. And then I need a read number. And I need to read channel 3, and I then put it in here. I'm just going to connect those two up. Channel 1 is going to go from this value there. So that cylinder is going to be the temperature sensing cylinder. Then we need channel 2, which is this one. Channel 2 will be fuel. Let's say we're going to have 0. Let's say we're going to have 10,000. And this will be RPS. Going from 0 to 100 as well. With this going have a max value of 100. So channel 3 is the RPS of the engine, which you can read the same thing. And channel 2 is the fuel. So the fuel goes to fluid level. No, that's the wrong fluid level to measure. This is the right fluid level to measure. Liquid level. Which means that technically everything is connected, though, apart from the battery stuff. But as you can see, I have a breaker panel here that's useless, and everything needs to be reconnected. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that yet. There we go. That's everything. Then we're gonna have a constant. Don't we have a constant number which has 1? Yeah, both of these have a constant number of 1. Open up and close the door. Then we are gonna walk up. Because we have connected everything, we can read the temperature, we can read the fuel. Something's not going right there. Like there are 2 things that are reading the same thing. Fuel and RPS needs to go on 3. See, those tiny little things are going to be skipped, and then you're going to look at your information, because it's important to gain your information. It's important to realize what information you need, what information you want. Right, open up this door, shut the door. Alright, we want like 8. It is tuned very poorly right now. It is tuned very poorly at the moment. Also, why am I not moving forward here? Why? I thought I've connected everything here. Oh, I know what I didn't connect yet. The clutch. Oh, why is my engine not moving? Oh wait, I guess it's the clutch that's not connected. Hold on, let me actually read something again so I can... Because the pit is tuned completely wrong. It revs up way too high. It reacts too much. This is the last page. Yeah, the proportional change in the derivative... The proportion and the derivative gain needs to be changed. So we're gonna go to the thing. I can... If I do it correctly, I can show you guys how it works and what I've been doing. So I've explained this a couple of times before, but what you do is... if your throttle that comes in, so this is your requested RPS, this is your current RPS. Well, this is what it tries to do, this is what it tries to set. This is set point. You set it to like 20, it sees that it's 10. Now it recognizes I need to increase stuff. Like this one can go into here. And this one can go back to 0.08. There we go. Change over time. Yeah, that seems right. And this pit controller tries to go to that number. And the proportional gain is how much. So how much does it go up? Then you have your integral gain, which is how fast... I think it's like the brake. Like if you approach fast and it slows down a little bit, then you have your derivative gain, which is your change over time. So let's say you're within like 1 second, you're not there yet, it's gonna up the number by that amount. And integral gain is, I think, the brake on it. Like how quickly does it slow when it reaches the number. Then you have your threshold. I'm not sure about the integral, but the proportion derivative gain, the only ones you're basically gonna mess with. Then you also have the pit needs to be turned on. Now what I use for that is a simple push to toggle with a button. So you can use the toggle button to just press your car on, or your boat, or your plane, or your helicopter, or whatever vehicle you made. Push the button down. As soon as it starts, you let go. Magic. But you don't want, if you keep the button pressed, let's use the toggle instead of a push. You do want it to stop, right? You want to be able to stop your engine, or stop the starters from starting and draining your battery. So what I've done is I put this AND gate here. This little AND gate does 2 things for me. If I actually move this closer to here, it looks nicer. what it does, it sees that if my engine is within 0 and 4 RPS, and I'm pushing the button, which turns this on, which means you get throttle to here, it starts cranking. As soon as it reaches above 4, it does not want to crank anymore. So now we should be able to get the ship up and running. Alright, let's see. We're gonna put a throttle in of 13. See, that's pretty decently tuned already. We're gonna... Bugmaster, thanks for the follow. Nice. How fast are we? 12. I can remember the previous engine that I've made went 22 knots after putting a gearbox behind it. Also, I should check how fast the fuel's flowing. And put a gearbox in here. And then I have to look at I have like three like notebook pages stapled together. One is the explanation of the, like I just have this. One has like 3 papers. One has the explanation of a pit, because I often forget that. The other one has the gearbox stuff. So if you point your gearbox towards an engine, you multiply the RPS, but divide the torque. Pointing away from the engine, making a big boat, or more refitting a big boat actually. But if you point your gearbox away from your engine, it divide your RPS and multiplies your torque. Yeah, let me quickly, I want more RPS, so I'm gonna aim it towards my thing, if I remember that correctly. Yep, towards engine. But I'm kind of refitting this older creation that I've made, which I basically started kind of doing. Is I'm going to be revisiting older creations to first of all finish them. Second of all, put a modular engine in it, because I figured out how they work. They are surprisingly simple, yet not a lot of people know about them. And I guess hotkey 2 can be reversed for now. Press F to... As long as they don't go boom, you should be fine. Right, if I do a 9:5 gear ratio, that is a lot of change. I know. All right, let's go here. Let's push it to like 8. I can get away with a small amount of starters. Right, do we go over? All right, we're doing 30. We're basically 28 knots. I'm gonna grab my phone and calculate how much that is. Let me look up the amounts. Knots to kilometers per hour. We're doing 28.5. This ocean liner does 52 kilometers per hour, and I think the top speed of the fastest ocean liner was SS. Was it American? I think it was America, which did it in like 23 knots. So technically, this is a faster ocean liner. It is a turning circle of the planet, but it does what it needs to do. And I'm running only 16 RPS, right? But technically 11. Wait, does that mean I can then lower this? No, it just goes down a couple. So if I push it to 20, We do 34. Well, how's my temperature doing, actually? Ooh, steadily rising. Actually, let's go straight a little bit. See how the temperature's doing. Because then I can clamp the number. I need to be able to know when it overheats. So I can do a couple of RPS lower than that. Now, I have uploaded some things to the workshop. I still need to upload a train I did a couple of weeks ago. But I did actually upload quite a lot of my older creations when I switched from laptop to desktop. And yeah, that kind of made that it says work in progress in front of it, but I think it's public. I think if you just look up bush person and look for like, not sure if you can see the. I think you just look up bush person, go look for the logo. Then you will be able to find it. Is it gonna overheat at some point? I'm doing 35 knots. That's a search light. These are interior lights, navigation lights, bridge lights. Yeah, it's surprisingly stable now. Ooh, for this guzzling fuel though. Oh boy. We are fast, but we're wasting a lot of fuel here. What if I lower it a little bit? Yeah, we're still wasting fuel. How am I gonna solve that problem? I guess I could change the... Guess where's the logic room there? I guess if I go in here, I do x divided by 5.51. X times... No, divided by 2. I think if we do 45, if it still runs, we're gonna be... should be more fuel efficient. Thank you. Wait, where did I put my C4? I have C4 somewhere in this boat. I know that. There it is. Let me meantime reload this. Yeah, you're gonna have to collect C4. Yeah, there are a lot of... At some point, I think I uploaded Creations of Remaster, which I basically just started the modernization thing. Does stay running. Oh, I need to go down again. So I need to see what the number on my air manifold is. Not getting a lot of number, but fuel, like the air is getting 1. This output is like 0.5 at a maximum. This is 1.2. So it is still work. Wait, what is the air? I can look at the air fuel ratio. And it's 16. So I'm running more fuel efficient. That should mean I run with less power. But I don't really care that I'm running with less power. I care that I save on fuel. Because fuel is the main concern with this one. I just realized I made this ship before I think the gas update was there. So I do not have a gas relief valve in here. I do have an idea of where to put it. What about some forced induction? I can put that in here and then do this, then do this, then pull, break that one, put a T piece there, which I have on 8, and boom. Also, if you can, if
Question.
Yes.
Is it weird? Also, hello, Parkmaster. Is it weird that I own a PS5 and that I have one PS5 game, one PS4 game, and just bought 2 other PS4 games to play them on my PS5?
Oh, that's because the PS5 had games. The PS4 doesn't.
What do you mean?
The PS4 does have games. The PS5 doesn't really have games. If it
I don't
like
know.
games that
I know that Astrobot is apparently good.
Yeah, but many of the games that have come out on PS5 were already on PS4.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because, you know, the PS4 has been out for a long time.
I know.
So then they had time to collect a bunch of games to play on that, and the PS5 hasn't. In order to boost PS5 sales, they just allow you to play the PS4 games on the PS5, so they can stop production of the PS4.
Thank you, Pogmaster, for the reassurance.
But we'll check out the workshop stuff at some point. Actually, there's a pretty good idea if I... Actually, I should probably write that down. I assume the Steam name is the same as the Twitch name, so I can find your Steam profile, Pogmaster. Because if I then find... Yeah. Because I have... At some point I do want to do another stream where I kind of review viewers' creations. It's something I've done once before. And as long as they are small enough so you can just spawn in a workbench and not require a mission, I can very easily just check them out, give my opinion, mess around with it a little bit, and then just... Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what other stream you still need to do?
Oh, god damn it. I've just done with drinking some tea. So that's another tally, but I'm gonna also have to add another one there. Yeah.
I will build it up to that 50, but I'm kind of waiting for Mindy right now because she was also gonna stream and I was gonna join, but I don't know when she starts.
I'm surprised how stable the ship is. I mean, it doesn't turn at all. I do have a Discord, and you can find it within... Like, if you do ! Discord in chat or check channels, either Twitch or YouTube, a little bit of a shameless plug I get to do, then you can find the Discord that I'm currently in as well.
Yeah. You should also join the Bushblade Discord.
Yeah. But there's a channel specifically for creations for me to try out. That's where I based my first stream on. Just a bunch of uploads from...
Dang.
Oh, no,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, you have an animated profile picture when you speak?
Oh yeah,
It's called Nitro.
Yeah, I made mine in Blender.
I didn't know you could have that.
Yeah,
So I guess
pretty
it
cool. Whenever you
spins.
upload a GIF. No,
No,
that
the
part
mouth
is
movement.
a different thing.
And
This,
that
yeah.
joke flew entirely over everybody's head. I was trying to make a blender that spins joke.
Valid. Yeah, I use the software. It's the like picture of the face speaking. That's something I animated in Blender, and then like the weird effect around it. That's just something that Discord offers when you pay for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of made this for us too, but not on Discord.
We
But yeah, how long have you been? I saw on your your Steam profile that you have had like 1,000 hours. I didn't think there's
yeah.
somebody who had more hours than me on Stormworks. I have like around 800, I think.
Oh, there are people with over 2,000 hours in this game, probably 4,000 hours.
I know, it's insane.
I don't think I have any game that I have that amount of hours in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I have 820.
I guess Minecraft probably, if I were to tally it for the past 10 years, but
Oof. Actually, believe it or not, the most played game I have is probably an old Roblox game called Plane Crazy. That was bad. I
Huh.
have probably around 2,000 hours in that game because I played that when I was like a kid.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I've never played Roblox in my life, and I am not unhappy about that.
You shouldn't be, honestly. Like
But
Roblox
if you
is kind of
played Playing Crazy, then I kind of see how you ended up with Stormworks.
yeah. I originally just started because I watched like the workshop review people, and then eventually when I played it, believe it or not, I actually tried to get a refund for the game originally because I thought it was just way too advanced for me. But then when I actually started playing it, because I had played over the 2 hour like thing that Steam lets you do a refund with, then I actually
Yeah.
started playing it. And I was like, wow, this is actually really cool, and I actually started like doing stuff. And so far I only have like two actual things I've posted to the workshop that aren't like work in progress. I have like three things that are work in progress, controller, and then two creations. But I really like the design that people do where they have a container, like the default container like structure, or not, I wouldn't say structure, kind of like profile, like the profile of a container, and they put stuff in it. So for me, what I did is I basically made like I call it the emergency refuge container, where it's just like a container that has a giant air tank, and it has like climate control, and it has an airlock, and it's an entire thing. And it's doing really well in the workshop, actually. It's got like, let's see, 880 unique visitors, 441 subscribers, and 16 favorites. It's doing pretty well.
Nice.
How do you subscribe to a build?
That's how you. I think that's how you get it to begin with.
Yeah, here, I'll show you really quick. Do you play Stormworks?
No, I don't. I have. Funny thing, Bush and I have known each other for like 4 years now, and our interests could not be more different.
Why, do you play like Rainbow?
No, no, I don't play shooters with the exception of Minecraft.
That's disturbing, but okay.
I guess Armored Core, but I wouldn't count that as a shooter because it works very different.
That's valid. Bet, do you want, I can show you how to like subscribe to stuff on the workshop really quick if you want.
Sure, because I don't
Screen
get it.
for that one, yes.
Is it turned on yet? No. How I'm running 10. I think
So if you're like on the workshop, it's just right here, like this part. You just click subscribe. Like just any of these.
Oh, it's
And,
on
like-
Steam Workshop. I thought it would be the workshop of the actual game itself. Like I thought it was.
No, yeah, no, Steam
In
Workshop,
the
just
game.
subscribe to
Yeah,
them.
okay.
And then they show up in your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty proud of these, honestly. Like this one has more, I think. This one, yeah, 1,000 unique visitors, 700 subscribers, 15 favorites. It's doing pretty good. But I have a bad habit in this game of making anything and everything nuclear. Like, everything on here except for these three aren't nuclear. This one,
Honestly,
and this one.
that sounds like what I would do.
Well, the
If I
thing,
have
like,
the option, I will strap the biggest bomb onto anything.
oh, I don't mean bombs. I mean like with like a nuclear reactor.
powered.
Yeah, nuclear
Like
powered.
powered.
Every
Oh,
nuclear reactor
okay.
can be a bomb if you operate it wrong enough.
Well, that is true. That
I've
is
seen
true.
Stormworks, yes.
Okay, like, is it actually possible to make a meltdown button where you just press a button, it
But yeah, there's a
drains
lot
all
of-
the water?
Yeah, there's a lot of survival YouTubers that use that, like, or reviewers of Stormworks creations in the workshop that like to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of understandable as well.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's pretty easy, all said and done, to like actually put a reactor into meltdown. For me, at least, I like seeing the rods glow like bright white. So I have a what's it called? I have windows in all my reactors, but if those things break, it like immediately starts leaking radiation everywhere.
That's usually what happens when a nuclear reactor goes nuclear and just blows up.
Valid. By the way, I heard that you said you changed from laptop to PC. What are your PC specs?
PC specs. Well, I used to have them on my wall behind me, but because we're going to be moving soon, I had to remove them from the wall for picture reasons. But I think I'm running a. Hold on, I get. What am I thinking? I have a task manager that will tell me everything.
Still disappointed
Press
that you
Control
don't
Shift
have
Escape
that
and it'll bring
sign.
up Task Manager.
For the CPU, I'm running an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X, 32
Nice.
gigabytes of RAM, a SSD and an HDD. I had the HDD before when I had the laptop already. I ran it on an external dock that I plugged into my laptop. And when I switched to desktop, I thought, well, let's just integrate it into the rest of the PC. A lot easier. And as for the GPU, I'm running an NVIDIA RTX 4060 Ti.
Wait, do I actually have my? Oh, I do have my face cam plugged in. Oh, I did not know I had my camera plugged in. That's cool. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I was working on. No, that was a workshop submission. Looks like the thing I worked
True,
on.
I am still disappointed you don't have that sign with your name in the background.
Yeah, well, considering I'm going to be moving soon,
Oh.
it might actually do it, but then I also have to actually turn my background on, which I currently
Okay.
don't have.
I heard you were talking about a sign in the background that has your name on it. So funny thing. Let's see. Did I have this plugged in? I don't. What do you take to use that weird plug? Hold on.
Okay, but what kind of sign are you envisioning right now?
Well, for me, I have a sign in my room. There
It
we
is
go.
not the sign that you think it is, probably.
Is it?
Let me cook. Oh, my Stream Deck is. So boot my Stream Deck because I have all my I have Stream Deck extensions that let me boot all my lights from my Stream Deck.
Nice.
Do you have Stream Deck? This thing is so handy when I'm streaming. Oh my
I was at, I don't know what it was called, a convention in the Netherlands. Was it Game Force? I think it was Game Force. And I could buy Stream Deck Mini for like 45 euros. It was kind of nice to be able to buy that for a cheap price.
Let's see, will it actually turn on my lights? Yes, it will. Nice. Okay, cool. Now I can turn on my camera without looking like a total hobo, though I probably still will because I haven't gotten ready for work yet. But Stream Cam Mark II, Elegoo.
Wait, is it like morning for you right now?
Oh, I just realized I have my. It's kind of washed out actually with my lights. I should change those to a different color. Blue would work. That just drowns everything out, but I do have a sign.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, but I can understand having a sign like that.
It's pretty cool. My friend got it for me as a birthday gift, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, I can understand that. Bush over here has a fucking train sign because
Yes.
a buddy of his found the company that makes them for the government.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have a train sign. I cannot show because it is stored away right now, but it is just a big sign. If you've ever been in the Netherlands and you go to train station, there's blue signs with white text on it. it is specifically one of those, but instead of saying a station name, which it usually does, it says bush person.
Nice. That's cool.
Actually,
By the way, I know you, because I see you're doing modular engine stuff. Have you ever, like, I can't, like, I've tried, like, this is my attempts at making a modular engine right here. If you're looking at my
hold on, let
screen,
me actually take a look at this. Take a look at that. Make it.
this is the only
Almost-
modular engine I've ever made.
Huh? Doesn't seem too bad.
Well, it's decent because, like, for me, I'll use my, where's my crawler? I'll use my crawler as just a quick example of that. When was the last time I worked on this thing? No, wait. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh. That's great. Hold on. Great, we love that. It's too big. Yippee. What was the place I spawned it at? I don't have any of the DLCs and, I don't have any DLCs turned on for this map, so I need to... I don't even have anything... Oh my gosh, I'm so unprepared. Clean all vehicles, so I can get rid of those. Reveal map, unlock all properties, there we go. And
You randomly
then...
join a Discord call. Why would you be prepared?
That's
Yes.
true. Let's see here.
Need a little bit more fuel in this.
Let's see, well, let me load it here. No, it won't. Great.
And also, I went.
What's the next rocket? Yeah, rocket launch platform.
I
wanna
went.
put-
I went shopping today with my sister, and we went to a game exchange, like a store. It's a store where you can buy and sell games, basically like a GameStop.
Yeah.
But I saw a graphics card there.
Ooh.
It was AMD. It was, I think, a 7900 XTX, 1175 euros. That's more than my entire PC cost at that time.
So yeah, I work at Best Buy, so I know I have a pretty good grasp on like computers in general, and I know dang well that just in general, the PC market right now is crap. The 50 series just came out, so everybody's struggling to get their hands on a 5060 or 5090. By the way, if you are looking to get a new graphics card, 5070 is probably the way to go. It's better than a 5090 or a 4090. So
Yeah, but I mean,
that. Wait, go ahead.
I'm running a 4060 Ti at this point. It's still plenty good to run.
Yeah, I have. For me, at least, I have a 4060. I don't have a Ti. One thing I do like though is that I have 64 gigs of DDR5, so I have a pretty big amount of RAM. Because I do, like I said, I do Blender, so like, if I'm doing fluid sims or stuff like that, I need. Ooh, pardon me.
Okay, so apparently I don't have something scheduled anymore. It's moved to Sunday.
Yeah, like for me, like when I had my laptop, it was technically my school laptop, but because I did well, technically I guess I did because I basically just graduated, so like I said, I did engineering instead of I do.
Wait, what? You graduate college?
Well, yeah, I mean, it works a little bit different here in the Netherlands.
It's not college.
But it's college adjacent. It's basically the school where you actually learn a specific
our engineering
thing.
courses.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have another
okay.
one. We have another one. Hold on. We have another one.
Wait, like an ad?
Yep.
Oh,
Speaking
my
of
bad.
ads,
So it actually doesn't do that. Oh, there's a freaking bot in the chat. That's great.
yeah, no, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I thought you meant like an advertisement. Ooh.
It's
Or like
speaking of advertising, Pogmaster.
What's up?
You should subscribe to our podcast.
Oh, what's it on?
I should have seen this one coming from a mile away.
I mean, if I agree, if like it's a pretty good one, or is it just linked on your Twitch?
Not. It's not like linked on. It is not linked on my Twitch at the moment.
Oh my god.
I do see you have a YouTube channel, so there's that.
Hold on, I'll just send a link in the chat. Should I do it in your stream chat?
For one time you can. For only once.
All right.
There we go. God, this thing is big. I forgot how big this thing was. This I finally got it
There you
loaded
go.
in. So this is kind of like my crawler that I made. Oh, I love watching my games just drop in FPS. This is kind of like my crawler. It's a big underwater thing. And
What
like
the
it's got
hell?
a door. Come on. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't have any of this hooked up to electric yet. But like it's got this part that comes down. You cycle the airlock, then it pops on down. I forgot what the. Oh yeah, these are for like hydrogen because this thing does have a like for life support. It does have a desalinator and electrolysis in it, so I have hydrogen tanks inside of it just in case like something I'm using takes hydrogen, like if there's a rocket. Cycle it again, brings me up back into the place. And then if I wait until the contact light, oh, there we are. And I cycle it again and it opens. It should open the door. There we go. And then I just literally have like everything I could possibly need in here, whether that be it's like a med bay. Oh my god, I stopped having a stroke. Whether that be a med bay with like I have a fun closet, just like sleeping, and then this is kind of like maintenance. You know, go in there. This is like the main place, but then I have an escape pod, which I thought was just funny because I thought I should add one. And then these are kind of like supplies areas where I just keep all the supplies I can possibly need. And then this thing,
Including
I don't know why
explosives?
I do have explosives actually. That would be in the armory cupboard, which would be this one. Yes, C4. Give.
The link is in the stream chat.
Yeah, link to the podcast.
Beautiful.
I usually don't allow advertising in my Twitch chat. Like, I have two rules for my entire Twitch chat. One of them is don't be rude. Second is no advertising. Because I kept getting artists.
If you're not gonna advertise your own podcast, then I'll do it for you.
Because, like, I've had a time where, I don't know if if anybody else has experienced this, but just artists trying to get you to commission art for them.
That happens all the time on Discord.
You gave me a fake Twitter account to deal with this.
Well, which then turns out...
That one time it was real.
Yeah, but we weren't sure because we did find stolen art, but...
Yeah. But it was
by the way,
still
look at the logic for
this
for my crawler.
Oh, that looks like logic hell.
Yeah. Because like this entire back part, this is all for the nuclear reactor, and then the part that like took me the most time and that I dreaded the most while I made this thing was actually the main control room, because in there, let me go in here, because I haven't hooked up any of the electrical because I do not feel like doing that. But I have this giant screen where you can turn on each individual like room's temperature control in every single one of them. And then if you're underwater and say you need to breach a room, this is the part that took me the longest time. Then if you would actually turn the switch, my E key is terrible, but then you turn the switch and then it like makes you select which room you want to breach. Let's see, and then, oh yeah, that one. Or let's see, the main room. I want 9. It's like this one. Then all of a sudden, like like the lights in that room go like that, and then you click breach, and it opens a door that opens you to water. So then it breaches the room.
And then the room floods entirely in case you have something like a fire, I guess.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Because that's...
And then, of course... Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
That's the weird thing that you might experience with... see when boats are on fire. Like, there's a literal ocean around you. Yes, it's salt water, which is worse than, normal water.
Well, but, like, dude, if there's a fire, you're gonna want to put that out.
Yeah, if only there was a massive water source around you.
Yeah, that I could use to put out this fire. I also have... This is kind of like my driving display. Let's see, where's, like, the actually good cameras? Can't tell if that one's facing forward or backward, but that's alright. Oh, that's my parking brake. I forgot about that. And, oh, I forgot. I need to put it in electrical mode, so it uses motors instead of the steam engine. There we go. It's really big, and, like, if I go too fast, the actual, like, the track system I have, where, like, these are basically all put on pivots, so if, like, they hit something, they can go over it. if this thing accidentally like hits a rock, they go like flying, or if I go too fast and I hit a rock, they go flying, and it's really really bad. But
Yeah,
like it drives how it looks too. It's like a giant freaking ugh. It has no maneuverability. It is just a freaking tank.
you made a massive brick, and you're
Why does
surprised
it
that it drives like a massive brick.
Indeed,
why does it look like two coffins connected?
that's essentially what it is. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. Oh, Wait, was this? No, it's my other nuclear thing. Because I have a smaller version of this thing that's kind of like an explorer type. And with that one, oh, I forgot I can't go too fast underwater.
But how
With
many
that one,
fumes?
if I give it too much torque underwater, it actually starts to pitch up, and it like does a weird. Um, it looks like a dolphin trying to breach the water. Actually, that's like the best analog I can think of it. Let's see here. Look at this thing. It's so dumb and big. But it's got a lot of really nice things to it. I should probably like I've got the reactor, and then these are all like the toggles. I made this thing in LUA, which was like my first time ever doing anything, and I actually used the like pony.ide, if y'all know what that is. It's like a thing online where you basically build your displays and it codes them for you. Because Lord knows I'm actually going to do that. And this is my crown jewel. I love this oh so very much. This is my or like my escape pod. Click that, opens the door. Then you go in here, you sit down, and then you toggle this, which actually breaks like the creation because if you can't untoggle it, because it works on like a counter system, and then you actually launch it, and then basically starts counting down timers, and then it just launches you. Oh, and it hit the door.
Yeah,
And
that is a
then it,
design, a slight design flaw. You're moving forward, and
yeah,
the door's behind you. That's like having
yeah,
an
I
ejecting
don't.
seat in a helicopter.
Mm-hmm. And it does have an extra air tank, but that doesn't. Of course, that wouldn't work right now. Um, God dang. Because normally, then these three parachutes, if you're above water, these kick in, but if you're underwater, they don't kick in. Um, and let's see. Yeah, now it's going back just into like energy conserving, so the batteries don't lose power. But it's one hell of a creation. I'll tell you what. Map.
So you have the
This.
module.
Yeah. I like this. It's just I don't want to have to like I kind of gave up on it just because of the sheer amount of logic and wiring I still have to do. Because I'm Lord knows I'm doing that.
Well, this one is
Same with
not too bad yet.
mm,
I
same
mean,
with this one. Oof.
I did
You
put a
don't.
logic. This was when a Search and Destroy was still pretty new. I did kind of put made a logic room in the center of the ship, just so if you were to actually hit it at some point, like of course you're aiming for the water line. Well, it's pretty much on the water, like slightly above, so that's probably gonna get hit. But I put it in the center of the ship where shells are less likely to hit.
Oh yeah. For
Because
this. Oh yeah. Sorry.
this is just made with slight survivability in mind.
I feel that. This thing that I have. This is basically. Do you know what hydrofoil is?
Yes.
This was my attempt at hydrofoil, and because I have a problem, I was originally just gonna put an engine in it because I needed the power, but I decided, hey, why don't I just stick a nuclear reactor in it? So it's got dual steam engines, that are like it's a closed cycle, so it takes water from. I don't think I have a reservoir. I think it's actually all cold cycle, but I have two reactors, so I have like one on the left, one on the right for redundancy, and then those get pumped out into these boilers. Those boilers go out into oh yeah, the boilers boil the water that comes out in here and goes into all these valves in the steam engine. Then those steam engines, the steam comes out, goes into condensers, and that condenser goes into back into the reactors in the front, which is really nice. I like it a lot. The only problem is same problem with the last one. This one has logic hell. I don't think I'd be able to fix this, and also it just lacks power. When I'm not using batteries, it just can't run.
Yeah, that's where possibly a modular engine would actually shine.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the power. I don't have the energy to actually like fix it because it's already pretty much like it's the interiors are almost all of the interiors are done. For a while I kind of just gave up on it, and I tried doing another thing, just hoping that like the problem would go away. Whereas I actually added like a work area that goes underwater. I don't know if it's like it's just this little deployable habitat thing that goes underwater. It's got legs that extend out, and it's got like a airlock system. It's really nifty, and like it's really good for what I built it for. God, I wish. Wait, I can just press F and it'll focus the blocks. I keep forgetting I can do that. And it uses like a dual.
Oh wait.
Or yeah, it uses a dual. What are these called? Um, what are these? Hold on. These are huge winch. It uses dual winch so that I can get power and electricity down to it, or fluid and electricity because I pump air down to it.
Yeah.
The only problem is it gets severed and you're dead. Because it has like no onboard life support. Everything depends on the ship.
Yeah. I mean, there is a saying that isn't it like a law that everything that can go wrong will go wrong eventually?
Yeah, I feel that. Oh, I forgot. This is like the pre-rover. This is like the first rover I actually made, like the first iteration. God, get out of this! Get out of the way, you freaking winch! It's like the first iteration I ever made, and this one actually had an airlock on it. So it's got like 2 beds on the top. It's got this bottom area, and then down here it's actually got an airlock inside of it because this was originally supposed to be one that you drive on the moon, and it's fully electric. God, I forgot this thing existed, because the new, like the final version that I actually have and like posted on the workshop is this one. It's a lot different. It's a lot longer, and it's a lot more robust because it's got like a full interior that has screens. Because God, I love the screens in this game. But you get close to it, the lights turn on, then you open the door, get in. Come on, close that. And then, like, this is the reactor stuff. You just turn all this on, insert the rods. There we go. And then you turn on the turbine steam valve, and then you kind of just warms up. It's got a poo hole too. It's got the poop hole.
Nice.
But this is the part I like. The cockpit, when you walk in it, like everything turns on.
Ooh, everything angles towards you as well. That is nice.
Yeah. These are like all the lights on the outside. Some of them actually spin out, like you can see on those ones that are connected to pivots, which I really like. And that's the window into the actual like reactor itself, which I freaking love. And then there are 2 modes. There's electricity mode, and then like you can change the FOV of all the cameras. Battery percentage. This is the lights. Actually, a mistake I made and I haven't corrected yet is this can work with infinite power turned off, infinite electric. You can turn that off, it'll work. It's just this light in here won't work anymore because this one I forgot to hook it up to electricity. Because like if I turn on infinite electric, it'll actually turn on, but I forgot to hook that up and I haven't fixed it yet because I don't have the energy to. Oh, and you can hear the turbine running up. So now I can actually use it. So this thing
Nice.
is kind of like the baby version of the big crawler, and it goes really fast. I forgot about that. Oh shit. Ooh, oh no. Forgot how fast it goes. That's not good.
Am I seriously?
I looked away for like 5 seconds. What did you do?
I blipped it. Oh.
Why is a ginormous tank just upside down like a turtle?
Because I did a fucky wucky.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Is this a family-friendly stream?
Not really.
All right, but I will try just because I'll try to not say.
Okay,
bad
I'll
things.
As long.
Okay. Okay, now I'm kind of scared. This is actually, oh yeah, this is my most recent project. I was trying to make like a Cirrus jet kind of thing, and the VTail isn't working. Oh, that's great. Oh, infinite electric.
Like I haven't gotten a warning from Twitch yet, so we are still good to go.
Yippee!
I think anything goes on Twitch though, right? Like, wait, have I even
didn't Twitch at some point have like the problem with nudity, where they had like
nudity.
Yeah, where it was basically just 2 people basically with like a black bar.
Yeah, over there. Yeah, and whenever somebody subscribed, they'd do things. Why did I fill it with water?
Like,
I can't remember why I put this room
People
together.
actually made like an AI extension for Google to like automatically filter that stuff out. Like it would like give it would put clothing on the women.
Thank
uh,
God.
I thought you were going to
Or wait, or
talk
should I
about
be
safe
disappointed?
search, but
We don't.
No, 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 no.
which is just like you try to look something up and you just said safe search. Like Google Safe Search,
I'm
Anyway.
scared.
it's for children to prevent them from looking at stuff. But it's kind of the same thing as a warning that's like, are you over 18 years old?
Exactly.
You just say
I like this.
yes.
Yes.
I like this thing that I built in. It's like a. It's kind of like. How do hold on. It's like the emergency refuge container thing that I built, but it's like an XL version. So with this one, it's basically. Oh, I have to close that door. So with this one, it's got a bed, all the supplies you could possibly need. It's not. It's a lot bigger, which I almost think is worse because I like compact things in this game. But it's got like a camera selection thing, air target, so you can change the target of what pressure you want. It's also got input pumps, so if you're above water and you need to like take in air before you go under, then that's that. It's got emergency air, heaters, of course, entertainment. That's fun. But yeah, I've been addicted to this game for a while, and it really just depends. This is a smaller version. I love this one because it's the profile of a container in this game. So like if you have a container ship and you want to bring something down with you just in case something happens, you just bring this thing. You open it up, and then it's got like a door in the back so it can fill with water when you're underwater, so then you don't have a giant buoyant thing. But you can cycle the airlock. What was that's emergency power, outside lights, heater. Where's the inside lights? Oh, toggle display. That was a flare. I hate flares when I accidentally turn them on because now everything's gonna be so bright.
At
Does that
least you'll
ever
be able
happen
to
to you?
see.
Yeah, but like this is probably my yeah, it's one of the better things I've built in this game. I really like it just because of how versatile it is. It's got emergency oxygen, emergency power. It's got backups for everything except the main air tank. That's the only thing it does not have a backup for. It's like this right here. It doesn't have a backup for this thing. Well, yes, it does. It's got an emergency air tank. I'm stupid. Yeah, right there. I guess I do have a backup for everything.
Doesn't even know his own build.
Well, to be honest,
I
this
can't
is
talk. I don't play
probably-
the game. I don't.
I played like the last time I played this was too long, like pretty long ago. Let me see. Yeah, those about recently. Well, I've been getting into jet turbine stuff as of late, like just because it's so easy. Let's see. Like this is it's just a jet engine with it's got like power contained inside of it, so it's got its own power generation and starter. It also has an afterburner because I thought it was funny.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Hold on, this is a test stand for it. Why is it nighttime?
Oh, I don't have ladders at the back. That's annoying.
I feel that. Do you ever spawn something in and you're like, I forgot that. I've been meaning to do that.
Well, this time I'm trying to see if my fuel system works. I made a refueling sort of pedestal where you could just put fuel and it will show you how full it is and the flow rate. Because that is kind of necessary in creation. I often forget to give it a refueling possibility. But I forgot to add like add ladders to the side of the boat at the back where it's kind of necessary to add them.
Oh, I forgot that does that. Oh.
Did it did it just fly off?
Yeah, it did. I have it's basically like a test stand for one of my rocket. Oh, I forgot it's home that does my fly. I have a test stand for my rocket engine, and I turned on the afterburner. So it just kind of like this. It took this entire thing, and just went.
You made a test stand for it and you turn on the afterburner. Your test stand then decided to get out of there.
Yeah, it decided to turn into a jet, so that's fun.
They put a seat
this
on
is
it
my
so you can actually fly with it.
Isn't that just how planes work? Isn't that just a plane?
If we're talking about the A10, then definitely.
The A10 is just a gun with a plane strapped on it.
Yeah, that's just like, we have this gun. What if you add an engine?
Oh, I love this thing. This is my this is like my miniature reactor. Wait, it's this. Wait, why is it moving? Wait, I don't remember what any of these buttons do. I have to turn this up. Reactor temp. What? 4? Yeah, 400. Then why is it -2 output? Oh, it's because I ran into it. That's why it's moving. So if I just kind of like... Come on, stop moving.
No. Oh, there we go. Made it.
Then...
Now we're gonna go outside again. And I think I have my valve inverted.
What do you mean by that? Valves don't have a direction, do they?
Oh, not really my... Well, the gas relief valve. It doesn't have a direction, but I think it does matter if you're trying to pull a number from it. Because
Wait,
it measures in from out.
What are you relieving? Like, what gas are you relieving?
Not gas, liquid. I'm trying to measure the flow from... Like, the flow that's leaving my fuel tank.
Oh, are you trying to, like, do a gallons per hour kind of thing?
No, I just grabbed the raw number.
Oh.
But it's positive when it's supposed to be negative. So I'm gonna do a quick test to see if that happens when I try to see if the direction of the it doesn't have to...
I don't know what any of these buttons do. This is like my most compact reactor I've ever built. It's just a big ass line. Oh, that's what that does. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and it's pushing me. Okay,
It's
guess we're going on an adventure.
Completely inverted. That is actually quite good to know that it's that matters. Right, I guess we can equip the hose. So apparently,
I think I have a thing for that. Like on this, my like modular engine, I think I actually have a thing that basically calculates my fuel usage per hour. Where was it? This thing? Or was it?
Grab this one. Got it.
Which one of these was it?
Stay within the wall. I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Now now the number that it reads should be correct. Because you don't want to say, oh, the flow is positive when you're removing stuff.
Hmm.
That just doesn't make all that much sense.
Yeah. What's your experience with composite stuff on the workshop?
A little bit. I did basically almost make a full switch from dials to instrument panels.
Really? Yeah, and I can't do like I've done like I can do them if I need to, but like I hate them so much just because of all like the composite data that you have to manage. Ugh, I hate it.
Well, the thing is, right? What I did for that is smart. I have a bunch of... I haven't uploaded them because I didn't really feel the need. They're just blanks. But I have made like a bunch, like over time, they keep adding. And what I'm doing is just like 2 buttons. Or 4 dials. 2 buttons, 2 dials.
I feel that. Hold on. If I go into my microcontrollers one,
I have a lot of those, and I can just... If I just have one instrument panel, I can just grab one of them and start adding to that.
These are all mine. The only ones I have for composite is composite read, composite bin. I have just a bunch of composite ones. I also have an Among Us. What is this one for? Oh, it's for an airlock.
I work with composites in real life.
What do you do for a living?
Well, funnily enough, today I actually... Well, okay, I'm gonna actually sign the contract in like Monday, in like not next Monday, but the Monday after. But I had my intern, and now I'm gonna work for a company that makes like screw pumps and that sort of stuff out of composites.
They should add screw pumps to Stormworks. That'd be really cool.
It would.
Well, it's not those kinds of screw pumps. They're big.
Oh, like industrial? Like the ones that use in like really high-end air compressors?
The ones that are used for dams and for
okay.
like for regulating water, basically throughout an entire area.
Oh, by the way, what do you guys like? I've been trying to get better because recently I don't think my interiors like they look really bland. So I've been trying to improve on it. What do you think of like this as a great design on the ground, like a metal
That
grate
is
that you're walking over?
quite a good design, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't be the one trying to judge interior designs because mine often suck as well. Like the most
I
interior that I've done in
Chill,
this.
what interior?
Yeah, exactly. But the most that I've done is basically make a small room with like a button for lights. This still needs to be hooked up. What I did do though is I actually did something nice. I made a simple paintable indicator thing that says if somebody's in the room and asleep. It doesn't actually lock the door as well. No, it doesn't lock the door, but I should actually make it lock the door.
I have a. It looks like somebody else just did a freaking. Oh wait, never mind. I'm stupid. I thought somebody just posted another link in chat, but no, it's just a freaking. It was a YouTube link from before.
It's
Yeah,
it,
that was me. That was our podcast link.
it's Twitch being weird. Sometimes it refreshes a little bit and that messes things up.
Yeah, this is the probably the most interior design I've ever done in a build. But this is like the terrible example because this upstairs I haven't done this yet. But if I go downstairs, this is also not done yet. But I have like rooms, like a singular chair. Wow, that's so good. And I have like a storage room that has like just a bunch of stuff in it. But where it really shines is the bottom deck. So if I go past, this is like the steam engine room, which I think looks decent. This is like a little deployable workstation, which I think is nice. Um, but the thing that really shines, if we go past in here, is this room. I like this. This is probably the most interior decor I've ever done.
Oh, nice.
I tried making a TV, I tried making tables, and then exhaust is like, I don't know, fluid bottles or something, which it looks all right. I mean, with like lights on, it looks decent. And if you're underwater, these windows look cool, but if you're above water, like using the hydroplaning stuff, it looks really cool, or hydrofoils. Of course, we have to have an armory because I'm American.
Or it's just
We have-
Stormworks. And then you also
Yeah.
need an armory.
That is true. I have this doesn't do anything anymore. I used to have an ROV instead of that work area that drops down. But I changed that. This is kind of like the nuclear rod control room. You have like the 2 reactors and then stuff for both reactors. You have, was this a wardrobe? Yeah, this is like a wardrobe room, and then you have a med bay on this side, which is pretty decent. And then because I didn't know at the time that I could actually make these go on a button, I put it on a dial instead, like a dummy. Fold down beds, which I thought were really nice.
So at that point you didn't know about numerical switch boxes.
No, I did not. I am very dumb.
Well, if you want to see the
Yeah.
most interior work I've done is I did it on a
What did I do
yacht
here?
because at some
right.
point I have done an internship, I think last year or last school year at least, where I was working with luxury yachts. It was just a piping inside, which was an
Oh, yeah.
experience, but it's also kind of annoying to do because you're not getting a lot of space. Like they
I feel that.
specifically, like you get an interior box. Like the company got basically the design already. Like the hull was made, the interior was pretty much planned out already. But because
Yeah.
a ship can flex, especially if it's over 50 meters, which is long, it can bend and just change shape. So they made the interior box slightly bigger to kind of make sure that if we do our piping, it doesn't mess with that.
Yeah. I found this. This is my old attempt at making like a hydrofoil. I think it looks really nice. It was my first attempt at like an actual
Yes.
hydrofoil boat. Because this isn't mine. This entire boat fuselage is not mine. I found it on the workshop because Lord knows I'm gonna actually build a boat fuselage because that would be really hard. But what was in these rooms? Hold on. What did I build these for? Oh, there's a reactor control and this one's battery control. Okay, yeah. But like I have a problem. I made this nuclear as well because I love the nuclear energy in this game because I feel like I can just get infinite power for zero, like anything. Batteries. Oh, those are fluid exchanges. I forgot. So this thing was supposed to actually exchange, like, take fluid out of these, which is really nice.
Nice.
But I love the way this one looks compared to my other one. It's just I don't have the mental stamina to actually keep going with it.
Yeah, but like the most I've done is especially with this one at the top. Like
Ooh.
this is first of all, this still needs a refit with modular engines. I'm running 5 medium engines with this. Like that's way too
Yeah.
much. I could probably fit like 1 modular engine and it would go like way faster. You have a smaller room for the captain that I still have to fully fix. Then you go down a floor. Like actually, when I was working with those yachts, I did learn that like they have a dirty and a clean side. A clean side is for all the guests and the owner and everything to kind of enjoy. And the dirty side is where the crew is, where all the exhaust is, especially for the kitchen. But, like,
Nice.
I've made a table here that it's incredibly simple. You have like a little bit of like a lounge area, and I think behind here is a staircase down. In front of here is the it's basically like the owner's room. I even call it owner's cabin, which kind of has a place to like enjoy stuff together, sleeping quarters, even a little like skylight.
I love windows in this game. Like the main thing that I love about this game that like no other games have ever done is the like underwater thing where doors, like you open a door underwater and it floods. That is so cool to me, and like it can pump out the water. Because for some reason I love like underwater, like deep sea architecture, that kind of stuff. Like they're building deep sea underwater habitats. But I have a severe fear of like deep water, like thalassophobia. Like I cannot look at ocean books because of how scared I am of that stuff. Yet I love Subnautica. I can't explain it.
Sure,
Like,
You
makes
don't want
sense.
to know how many underwater bases I've made in Minecraft, and then because my limited, like, 14-year-old brain thought he was very good at redstone, would do redstone in an underwater base,
Oh
and
my
just
God.
I hurt myself mentally so badly working out this, like, clearing all the water just to make sure it didn't wash away.
That's oh. Oh, by the way, what's the meme policy like on your guys' server? Because I have memes of every caliber known to man, and I want to know what caliber of memes I can put in your server, because I don't want to post stuff that would be offensive to anybody.
Well, as long as it's not too offensive to the point where
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the thing is, I fucked around and found out on my last server and got banned, so I don't know how I feel about that one.
yeah,
Wait, we can see
exactly.
his games. Hold up.
Oh, what?
Desktop.
I can
Well, it's
see your
not.
games on the.
Oh, my games?
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Is that what? Do I see that correctly? You're afraid of like deep seas, but you have Subnautica.
You
Maybe.
just said that.
Yeah.
So, thought I understood.
I
different.
I don't
I have
think
modded
I
that.
own any of these games.
I was gonna launch Minecraft so I can show you like my really good shaders, but I have a different game I want to launch now where
Kerbal Space Program, of course, for the other suffering with that.
Yeah, I love modding KSP. KSP mods are my
Yeah.
favorite, dude.
You have a lot of games that I know, but that I've never played before.
Oh yeah, my Steam library alone is just kind of hectic. Hold on, let me open it really quick.
I
This is
assume
like
at
my
some
Steam
point.
library.
I assume at some point you got the Valve deal, which is just a lot of Valve games.
I bought
$5.
I bought like all the, let's see, I have like all of the not Bone Lab, RT, like Half-Life stuff, because there's that one part where Half-Life was literally just free. And I missed it sadly, but I bought them all for like 50 cents, so that's fun. And then of course since I'm always on Steam, I have like the hours played 0. Like I have Hitman, I've never played it. I have let's see, I have a lot of games that I've just never played before.
I have a couple like that. The Batman Arkham collection has been in my library for like at least half a year.
Oh yeah,
And now I just bought
Father, I
like
have a
all the
confession,
Devil May
though.
Cry games like last week, and I'm probably gonna play them first.
Valid. Also, I have a confession? Father, I have sinned. I have a confession to make.
What?
I have
Hold on,
Rainbow
I'll
Six
grab
Siege,
my
but I've never
Bible.
played it.
Hold on, I'll
I
grab
only
my
have 31
Bible.
minutes on Rainbow Six Siege.
Eh.
I've
It's
never
because
played
every single
Rainbow.
time I try to make an Ubisoft account, it won't fucking work. No matter what I do.
I've never played that game.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
hold on. I'll show you what game.
Well, I just gotta go through all my
played.
warnings that are telling me that these mods aren't compatible. Because Lord knows I'm gonna go through and update them. Because for some reason, CurseForge doesn't identify that Minecraft, or not Minecraft, CurseForge doesn't identify this as a game on my computer. So I literally have to go into my computer settings, or not my settings, but like my files. Let me see. Mod files. So, oh, that's for Bone Lab. I need.
Let's
Let's see. Where is it? It is going to be. What's the studio? It's Squad. Squad does Kerbal Space Program. There we go. Unity. Oh wait, this is the wrong folder to be doing this in. I need the different one. What's that? Oh, I completely forgot. Oh wait, where's the Kerbal Space Program files? Wasn't it? It was Windows. What was it? It wasn't temporary recovery user. Oh, users. That's right. Users. Me. App data. Local. And then. What was it under?
Whoa.
I don't remember what file it was
Ooh.
under. It was not Elgato, not CurseForge. Was it Steam? It might be Steam. Hold on. S. Steam VR.
Oh, all my exterior lights disconnected. Oh boy. Trying to finish older creations can be tiring. Probably should.
I know that's one thing I never am able to do. Like I build something, I'm like, yeah, this looks so cool, but then I never finish it.
I usually struggle with the interior work.
Honestly, I feel that. Like for me, I have a hard time filling in places. Like I don't know what to put in certain areas. Like I try to make it make a little sense. Like, oh, why don't I have a kitchen here? But like Stormworks doesn't have anything for eating, so that wouldn't make any real difference.
Yeah, trying to recreate a life like creation, even though you're in a simulator that has no or next to no lifelike things is kind of yeah.
It's hard. Like I look on the workshop and I always see these people and they have like these really cool things where it's like blocks that are morphed or stretched, and I don't know how they do it.
Oh yeah, XML. That
Really? Oh, like they go in and they edit the file data?
I think they do. Yeah.
That's a lot of work for that.
Yeah.
Was it directories? No. God, I'm bad at modding. I'm trying to remember what I went into for like KSP modding, but I can't for the life of me. Was it this one?
The closest relatable thing I could mention is how my Minecraft like base is like a town with a bunch of buildings and only like 3 of them have an interior.
I feel that. I feel that on an emotional level.
If I give them an interior,
profile,
I do.
Like, rate the Steam profile.
Is that the Gary's man?
It's the G-Man.
The G-man?
Yes.
I haven't checked my Steam profile, so I think it's still in like Near Automata theme. I don't know.
What's your name? Or wait, no, it's this one.
I think it's the same as my Discord name.
Channel 4 is going to be the painful one. I'm trying to get rid of all the warning lights.
Oh, I have gamer mode enabled. Disable. Okay. Don't think it'll let me Control-C, Control-V that. Oh, it will. Nice. Wait, no, I want.
What am I here?
Community.
Do I hear your stream?
Yeah, that's Kerbal Space Program.
Hold up.
How do I search
let me
people?
quickly
That music does not fit this game.
mute that.
Oh. Search for people. Here we are. There you are. All right.
Put this in there.
Oh,
Huh?
it's Ori. Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, I want to see his profile. Nice.
what?
Yeah, that's Beam. That's a background from Beam in G Drive.
Nice.
Like that, it's a shame that my steering wheel is also gone. Like it's in a box.
Yeah.
But after we've
I have
moved,
like a
I am
bunch
gonna-
of themes because I've got nothing else to spend these points on anyway.
Yeah,
Well, if you have workshop subscriptions, you can give people like awards, and that's what I do. Like if I find a workshop subscription I really like, I just spend my points on awards, and I like give
Yeah,
people
but
awards. I think they look
I
good.
don't have any game where like I would use the workshop for.
Oh.
Like if you look what I'm streaming right now, like this is probably my favorite game, and it's like, you know, it's single player. There's nothing you can really make for other people. It's like, you know,
Yeah, I feel that.
well, you can
What's this thing?
mods
Oh,
are
it's this
always
thing. I love this thing.
mods.
I
You
made
can
a
always
thing.
make mods for single player games.
well, yeah, but you don't really do that in the Steam.
It
Like
depend-
you do that on Nexus.
Depends on if it's like I don't know what game. I think it was Dero Valley that currently uses Unity Mod Manager, but they're planning with updates. I think to bring it towards the towards like the actual Steam Workshop, so it kind of fixes that problem, because trying to use Unity Mod Manager is not fun. So if you can then instead use simply use the Steam Workshop, which the difference is, instead of messing around in files, you press a subscribe button. Like there's a big difference within using the Unity Mod Manager and then going to the Steam Workshop. They achieve the same things, modify your game, but one does it through a difficult way, the other one does it by pressing a button. Right, we have... Ooh, it does kind of trip because there's air. Wait, hold on. That's weird. Like, I've connected it to a flow sensor. Like, it's a liquid release valve. It can only release liquids. Yet,
Nice.
the number is bouncing around 0. Because there are gases being released, and apparently that also has an effect on the liquid side of things.
Y'all ever have that thing where you're waiting for your shift, like you're counting down the hours until you have to get ready for your shift?
Kinda.
No.
Because I have to go work in like how many hours? Let's see.
Is it morning for you?
Me? Well, yeah. Well, no, it's 2 in the afternoon.
Oh.
So that's 8 hours, so that's more towards the West Coast, I guess.
Wait, I know your profile said that you were in your Steam profile said you were in Sweden? No.
No,
No,
Netherlands.
We're Dutch.
Yeah,
I'm not-
Netherlands.
Yeah. So for us, it's about to be 10 in the afternoon, or afternoon evening.
Afternoon. You're right. 10 in the afternoon.
Yes.
I'm be dead honest. When I went on his stream, because I was just looking for like stuff to watch, I went on his and I saw you streaming Boneworks or Stormworks because I really like that game. And I like hopped on and I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch this. And I swear you two were roommates because I heard like you sounded like you were in the background of his.
Fun fact. I'm in his walls. No, I'm not.
Are you knocking? You gotta start knocking.
No. He did mention like yesterday, like, hey, we should be roommates because houses are fucking expensive now.
Yeah, you're here in the Netherlands.
Have you seen each other IRL?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, if I turn
What's
on
your
all
stuff
the
like?
lights.
Oh, sorry. What's your setup look like?
My setup is my desktop is like the PC is is underneath my desk. And
Bro,
I just do.
look at my Minecraft render distance. This looks so cooked.
Ooh.
What?
Nice.
Hold on, I got to turn that up.
Wait,
Let's
is that
see.
Bedrock
Wait, is
Edition?
that Bedrock Edition?
Well, it's the only one that supports ray traced shaders, so give me a break.
That's not true. There's like shaders for
Yeah, I
Java.
know. There we go. 24 chunks ray tracing and upscaling. And if I go back, will it
Oh,
stay
yeah,
high?
wait, did they already add that into the base game?
I don't know. Oh, it's doing that thing where it, oh my god. It's doing the thing where it won't fucking let me. Fancy graphics. Smooth lighting, yes. Show autosave, hide HUD, full screen. I think you have to go into the different one for vibrant visuals. But there we go. Now it's better. And why is the sky like that?
But I mean, like my setup is basically just two monitors in front of me, one directly in front and one to the right, with my camera above that. My camera is
Have you ever
literally
seen
just.
Chance of Meatballs?
Yeah, at some point.
You know Flint Lockwood's computer, how it looks?
Not really. No.
Oh.
I
Oh,
haven't
that's
watched
kind
it
of like what
forever.
my setup looks like.
Yeah.
I like this world. Me and my friends, we occasionally hop on here. I built this tree because I thought it looks cool, and then they put like crystals, and we added water flowing around it.
Does look cool.
And then let's see, what else do we have? I know we have a Herobrine shrine over here.
What?
Yo,
Well, naturally, you gotta have one eventually. Let's see, if you go down here, we got the house. I forgot whose house this was, but it's somebody's. We haven't played on this world in like probably a solid month because the Minecraft phase just kind of stopped. Let's see. That's my friend's copper bridge. Oh, there's the wishing tree. It's like a smaller version of the tree that's over there. It's the wishing tree.
I'm
Cherry wishing tree.
I'm just gonna start blowing up my ship.
Type. I feel that.
Like sometimes
This is
you
my
just have
old
to.
base.
Sometimes you just have to add C4 to your ship, you know?
Yeah,
Like make it
I feel that.
spicy.
Bro, look at my old bit. Look at these ray trace shaders. These things look so pretty. Love.
I actually picked it up. I'm gonna damage multiple rooms. Like I'm gonna blow the engine room up. I'm gonna blow the rear of the ship to bits, and the front of the ship.
Type. Oh, I forgot I made a radio tower. This place is cool. I like my radio tower. This is, by the way, all these trees you see, these are all artificial. We planted these.
Nice. Right, there we go. We have 3 bombs set up. The thing is, this does have watertight compartments. So yeah, I'm gonna have to open the... I'm put hatches to the side of the doors to kind of allow you to travel from room to room, knowing that if a room floods and every door shuts, you're gonna be locked in. And you don't want that. You want to be able to have an escape possibility.
Also, this is what I love about these ray trace shaders. This is what I love about ray trace shaders. Look at the glass.
It does look cool.
Ooh. Like it colors the
I
light.
should really figure out how to combine shaders with Bobby because my church would look awesome inside.
Yeah. I really like. Just like we made this entire path in like this path is humongous. We like putting trees around this entire thing was quite a hassle, but once we got it done, it looks really good. And we made like we call it the Crystal Cove, which is just beyond here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and it looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, because we put some really tall trees behind it. If I go up here and we walk over here, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Like look at that. Wait.
Alright, now it's time to rush. This ship is going down quickly because I blew 3 C4s up, and that kind of takes its toll.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, that's about it on this server. I mean, sure, there's a bunch of like small little Easter eggs, but I haven't done anything with those. They killed him! There's a little statue here, and they killed him. Oh.
Let's go into the engine room. The engine room is flooding. Ooh, that's actually very interesting to see. Ooh, that's... Ooh.
Wait, where's your engine's intake come from? Where does it draw air from?
It draws air from the stack. Like this one port in front is the air intake, and these 8 are the exhaust.
Okay.
And the reason and then to be funny, let's say the water enters the top. Let's see, where is it? There. I've made this like here's where the air comes out of. All the gas goes into the engine,
Mm.
or it goes. Oh wait, I now realize what I've done. Oh, I'm stupid. I thought, well, the gas relief from the fuel tank will be. Technically, it would work. The gas relief from the fuel tank goes into the air system of the engine. So if you run the engine, it draws the air out as well. And all the water just gets dumped into the compartment.
That's actually a pretty interesting concept. I like that. For me, I think of this game physics-based, or like physics-wise, so if I have a room and it fills with water, I sometimes forget that I can just put like a fluid port onto the top of the thing, and it'll draw water from the bottom, because like I think that I'd have to put like a fluid port on the top or on the bottom of the tank because all the water would rest on the bottom.
Yeah, Stormworks head doesn't really abide by the laws of physics. It just does what
Well,
it
yeah,
wants
have you
to
seen
do.
those glitched engines? Those things are peak.
Like at some point I tested a creation which was an orbital cannon.
Ooh.
It was
I haven't gotten to orbital stuff.
well, it was without the space DLC. It was just a floating cannon, but the way
Oh.
it floats was with a wheel glitch. If you try
Oh.
push a wheel up, it starts to fly away.
Have they patched that yet?
I'm not sure, but with suspension, they tried to do that. It worked, and it was an incredible creation. It was stable, and you could just. I think it was a Bertha cannon. At that
Big
point,
Bertha? Oh yeah. That's actually really interesting.
also I now realize that. I'm not sure if see it. Now you can kind of like here. Apparently, cylinders are watertight.
What do you mean cylinders?
Like for a modular engine, this shows everything. Like
Oh, what?
apparently,
That's weird. Okay.
like of course once you enter it, it does weird, but because
Also,
you're
with microcontrollers, are like the bottom of microcontrollers, since they're flat, are those watertight?
yes,
All right, cool.
you can basically make the outside wall of microcontrollers.
Yeah, I use that on my nuclear crawler. I had to have like a pretty big microcontroller for the nuclear, like the nuclear reactor controller I was using, because it needed an input for each individual fuel rod's temperature. So I had to put a really big one in, and I can just squeeze it in the walls of the thing.
Yeah, it will still be watertight.
Yeah, Stormworks is so much fun. Oof.
All right, this ship is how far down are we? Like I'm basically in camera mode. Wait a minute, I realized how I
Like up or
can.
down in terms of water.
Yeah, I'm trying to sink my boat. I now realize I left one door open, which is dumb. But I realized I can open up doors. If I open up the front, like the doors on deck, they will already start flooding. Like the flooding will massively increase because you're ventilating.
What the fuck?
And I actually should open up these doors as well, so because that's the problem with this ship. Air can
It's airtight.
well, after they've added the air pressures and everything, water sometimes doesn't want to flow into your ship.
Yes,
air
I know.
pressure.
I had the same problem with my breaching system in my nuclear crawler. Basically, water wouldn't enter the compartments because it was a higher pressure inside the compartments, and the water didn't want to flow in.
Yeah.
And the same thing also happened. What was it that I did it on? I think it was a airlock, where basically it would use a pump that would pump out the water. And then I realized that as it was pumping out the water, it was taking water out of the volume. So therefore, there's less stuff in the volume, making the pressure decrease. And because there was a pressure decrease, the pumps didn't want to work as fast. So I actually had a separate valve that was just hooked up to the air tank that would periodically open whenever the pressure got too low, and it'd raise the pressure, and that helps speed up the pumps.
Yeah, what I should probably put within the ship, I'm probably gonna put it in the funnel as well, because it's just the highest point, is put into our vent system going throughout the entire ship, just so that it is the most realistic that if there's a breach or something, the pressure just equalizes automatically, like as it goes.
Yeah. What was my most recent thing I did in Blender?
Wait, I just realized I can still run these engines.
Oh shoot, you could, couldn't you? Oh wait, there's a new Blender pref. Ooh. What's the new stuff? Yes, import my Blender 4.3 preferences, please.
Wait, is it... Did I actually shut all the doors? Yes, I did. Like, you can easily... If the top of this boat isn't damaged, you can very easily make this ship easy to just keep it watertight. You can look in the inside to see... Wait, I don't see any water though.
Ah! There we go.
Why do I...
Oh, it did import all my preferences. Sick.
Why is there no water? Oh, I realized I moved forward, so all the water's yeah, all the water's in the bottom now.
Oh shoot, here's this one. I forgot. I found my profile picture. This is like the Blender thing for my profile picture, like the talking animation.
Nice.
Nice.
So actually, yeah, well, let me switch to rendered view. There we go.
You're lowering the I guess all the water moved downwards to the front. Oh yeah, that's what happened. I moved forward and it pushed all the water to the front.
Time to go beat up my dad.
Oh, by the way, this is probably the best render I think, yeah, no, it's probably the best render I've made in Blender in general. What do y'all, opinions? Just wait a second, it's gotta load the rendering kernels really quick, because that takes for fucking ever.
What kind of
this is probably... Well, yeah, it's a nice car.
Yeah,
oh, there we go.
What kind of McLaren did he use?
I used a 720S.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a really good... I feel like this is probably the best render I've ever made. We changed the focal length. Oh wait, not the focal, not the focal
if you hadn't said anything, I would have assumed that was a photo.
Yeah, hold on, let me turn off depth of field so like you don't get that blurring in the background. There we go.
Also,
yeah, that's probably
took 5 minutes to action on my report, and they have taken action.
Wait, what happened?
The one that was trying to sell views.
Yeah.
I always immediately report that to Twitch, and Twitch is really fast when it comes to those things. Like, they're ridiculously fast with reports, and it usually takes 2 minutes. This time it took 5, which for Twitch is a little bit longer, but it was still pretty quick to just action on the report. And they're saying, right, we found that a breach of our terms of service occurred. We took the necessary action, and my ship touched the bottom, so we're now starting to equalize a little bit, which means water flows in and more towards the back right now.
Oh wait, hold on. Go back. On my stream deck, I have 2 widgets that tell me my GPU and my CPU utilization. So if I move this, what's my GPU? 92% utilization. Ooh, it's struggling. But I mean, like, yeah, no, it's probably the best render I've made. I like it so much. It looks so pretty. I low-key might take a 3D scan of a local area that I have around here. There's a drainage pipe, or I might do under a bridge. And I might actually import that and do something with that, because I just got my hands on a 16 Pro, and those things have LiDAR cameras on the back, so I might just low-key start doing a LiDAR scan of either under that bridge where we are, or like some place that means, or that has like significance to me. Also, one thing I will say, that middle part of your bridge where like there's like that hollow hole area, that looks so nice, dude.
Yeah, it is. Like, the reason is, if down here was playing on probably some diner thing, And I want a skylight.
Ooh, I like that.
But it is kind of also a quick way to see inside to see if how much water is in. You can also look at the doors. You can see how flooded it is.
Mm.
Also, apparently I can... Like, this is completely underwater. Like, this is just Stormworks logic, because this compartment is connected.
Yeah, I feel like they should speed up like the speed at which water transfers. Because wait, why is one having water go out of it and the other is having water go in?
No, I think both of
Now
them
they
are
both are
getting... Both of them are... There's just those particles are coming from somewhere else. Probably from the
Oh.
lower decks.
Yeah, I feel like they should
Yeah.
up the flow rate of doors because that's literally an open door open to water, so water should be pouring into that room.
Yeah, but it isn't apparently. Also, we're completely underwater now.
Oh.
And yet, this compartment still has air in it. Like, it's about to not have air in it, because as you can see, that's slowly rising on that pipe.
Yeah.
Which means slowly but surely it will eventually reach this level, but I'm gonna, if I shut the door and go to camera mode, hide the UI and unpause it, I can then freely look into this while it floods. Like the water...
Dude, is my phone charging? Sorry, be right back. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
The water is just... I forgot that door's kind of on that edge. Bright green. I should probably make those... Wait, are those spotlights slightly more blue? Seems to emit a blue glow instead of a white glow. Huh. Funny. Alright, how flooded are we now? Oh, we are starting to see flooding here. But once again, it's air pressure that's letting me down.
All right. I'm probably gonna go. I have to go get ready for work. See y'all later. Nice talking.
I guess.
Alright.
See you later as well.
Bye.
Already left. Oh well.
I know.
Then I guess what I'm gonna do as well is deafen myself on Discord real quickly, because we are going. I'm going to end it here because time and motivation is starting to run out. So yeah. If you like what you saw, want to see maybe more of it, maybe slightly different things, make sure to let me know through either a follow, a subscribe, a like, a comment. You know, just wherever you're watching this. If you're watching this on Twitch or on YouTube. And also if you want to know when streams are getting moved, delayed, or exciting things happen, make sure to join the Discord via !Discord or channel descriptions everywhere. Yeah, next stream will be Wednesday. It will probably be the long drive once again for a long drive, or at least make the drive longer. Yeah. With all that said, have a very pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, night, and I'll see everybody Wednesday. Goodbye.